There, this is Kami Gino. My pronouns are she/he, and I'm joined today by alhexadecimal, whose gender is strongly disagreed. Alex, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. My gender is strongly disagree. Any pronouns. We can probably just hop right into this because there's not too much to. Yeah.
Alright, should I count us down then?
Oh, yeah, maybe that would have been helpful.
Okay, so timer should probably because of Discord delay. I'm going to count 3, 2, 1, and then on 1 go, and then I'll say something else after 1.
Yeah, I didn't think about how counting would work.
Alright, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, jam.
Alright, so we're gonna be started off with a cutscene that kind of establishes the 4 gems of virtue, and Professor Pac created a thing called the Pactrometer, which is the thing on the level select screen. He also has a bunch of holograms. We kind of just don't really engage with them all that much. So, the video game in front of you, we're playing Ms. Pac-Man Maze Madness, and this is the Dreamcast version of it.
I'm gonna interrupt you really quick.
Right?
On the next level, can you stream the game to Discord?
I should probably do that, yeah.
Yeah, because I was like watching the stream and I was like, wait a second.
Wait a minute.
Where are you? But please go ahead.
Yeah, so we're playing the Dreamcast version. This game also came out around the same time frame on PlayStation 1 and N64. N64 is the one that I grew up with, and it's the crunchier version of this game. It also came out on Game Boy Advance. We don't talk too much about that one.
That one's a really
this
really
game
good
kind of
version.
just for a few reasons, but again, we don't talk about the Game Boy Advance version of this game, and you violated the rules, I'm sorry to say.
No, it's okay. I'm used to violating the rules. The N64 version was also how I got introduced to this game. I remember getting it at a thrift store. Like just when I was like super young. And you know, I just really liked it. And this game is actually how I met alhexadecimal, because I was looking at Twitch categories to follow. I followed a few games that I like, and alhexadecimal has speedran this multiple times for a couple of years now, and we ended up getting to hang out at the Milwaukee Regionals, the Pokemon Milwaukee Regionals last year. So that was awesome.
Yeah, it was a fun time, like meeting each other through a game, and then in real life, it's video games bring people together in that regard.
Yeah, like we went to a barcade to celebrate my birthday on the 15th. It was a little bit before that. We do races a lot, like game races over on alhexadecimal's channel. I just say, hey, do you want to race this? And it sounds like a dog shit game, and then Alex is like, sure, and then I'm like, fuck, and then we do it. Yo, what up, Nikki? Mastermind 9 is Nikki, Alex's best friend.
I should be able to do the screen share during this time trial.
Okay.
I might just do the capture card software itself.
Yeah, that's fine.
If that's fine.
Oh goddamn, this song is such a fucking banger.
So I'm playing this level a second time. I guess that would be worth explaining. The main end goal objective of this game is to collect 50 stars. You might have seen that I got one at the end of this stage. And you get one from completing the stage outright. You get another one for collecting all of the dots and power pellets, because those are kind of just bunched up together for their count in this game. You get a star for collecting all of the fruits, and then you get a star for completing that level's respective time trial in the separate menu option that it offers once you complete a stage. And we kind of route around the idea of collecting all of the dots and all of the fruits that we can on the first visit to a level. I can't really show it off too well. That little tealish gate up there, that's the main reason that we can't really complete levels on the first pass around. There's a key that you gain access to about halfway through playing this game casually. That lets you access the secret areas that because like the pair is over there. There's a bunch of dots, so we just collect all the dots that we need for the first playthrough of this stage and move on.
I'm angry at Alex. They took my explanation of Mesmeralda's box away from me. It was gonna be funny.
I knew where it was going.
All right, I'm gonna point it out anyways and still do it. Fuck you! I've been waiting for a month to do this bit.
I'm literally about to like go to another like gate. I can like walk directly into it too if you'd like.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
A visual for that kind of thing as well.
But really quick, so I think that you may have noticed during the time trials is that they actually alter the levels a little bit differently. So if you see like these pack dot gates here, you need a certain number of them, a certain number of dots to get through those. Those are completely gone on time trials, so they can recontextualize levels in ways that are pretty unique. And it's very noticeable on one level where it's like, oh yeah, we gotta go all the way to the right. They go all the way back to the start of the stage. In that stage, it's like a 30-second time trial just because you just go from start to finish. So it's not...
I think all of the...
But...
Well, at least 2 of the, like, Halloween levels are like that to an extent, but, like, they do, like, pretty drastically change up, where, like, there's just an entire, like, half, if not more, of the stage that you just never visit because, like, it's just not in the direction at the end of the level if you're playing time trial at all.
But yeah. So, like, it's not too much, like, backtracking, but it's more so just, like, you're playing the level again in a new context, which is really unique for time trials, in my opinion. Routing in this game, again, is pretty interesting because, like, there's the factor of you cannot complete a level completely on the first go for some of the levels. Plus, like, you will see, like, some kind of weird movement from Alex, some, like, quote-unquote weird movement where it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna dip into this area and then come back, or, oh, I'm gonna miss this whole string of lines, leave, and then come back, like, way later. Which, like, it's just, like, those little
a good example is,
optimizations.
like, yeah, like this door here, like I just can't go through that because I don't have a key.
Yeah, that's Mesmeralda's box.
I interrupted myself with like that 150 dot door. Like I could have collected the dot directly in front of it, but like I'm going back right in front of that dot door anyways, so I might as well just like save it for when I'm there and not like. It's a lot of like optimizing collecting dots in this game is like trying to make sure you're spending as little time as possible retreading the same ground that you always did.
Yeah.
And that leads to some pretty cool, like, strategies, I would feel like.
There's
a lot of this game is kind of, like... It's not too, like, flashy of a game in the sense of, like, there's a lot of, like, cool tricks. There is, like, one trick at the end of this level, and then there's another thing that looks really cool, and it actually saves absolutely no time.
Hey Jack, thank you very much. Night to you. But basically, yeah, it's like a lot of little optimizations. And like, for example, like some things just seem more like obvious, like, oh, I should go down here like really quickly. When it's like, oh, actually you should take a left and then go down here. There's not too much really cool tech to this game, but the little tech that is there is really swag. Like,
yeah, this mummy is another good example where it's like, hey, you're just like taking damage at the earliest opportunity to like this mummy's walking pattern, but that sets it up in a really specific way where like all you have to do is just wait a little bit at that specific tile, and then he's just on a cycle where you don't have to bother him anymore. Most other ways that I've tried to handle that room, you take damage like 3 times at least to that mummy.
It's really nice just because, like, in this game you have a life bar instead of just a one-hit KO, like in the, you know, the first Miss Pac-Man game, the first Pac-Man game as well. Another unique thing about enemies in this game, so you'll notice that ghosts sometimes cut corners. Miss Pac-Man cannot do that. But generally speaking, the enemies aren't too much of a threat. Really, it's just navigating through everything. This isn't a like really difficult game, but it is a pretty satisfying game with a few aha moments with its push block puzzles. Also, the music is really good.
That's another like big draw for like the PlayStation or the Dreamcast version specifically. I didn't talk too much about like the differences between them like in depth yet. For whatever reason, like the PlayStation, like all of its sound is just like slightly pitched up, and that's not like a thing that you experience
here's the
with
cool
the
swag.
Dreamcast version. Yeah, here's the cool swag trick. It's like one of the first things I found in this game that was cool. So you're usually supposed to like push that pillar down and like use the TNT to push it on top and break that block, but you just do it in the opposite order instead.
Make sure you do it right though, or else you're screwed. The music on the PS1 version is higher, slightly higher pitched, as well as a little bit of a lower quality. The Dreamcast one is highest quality. It does have some issue on a specific level, so we'll just put a pin on that. The N64 version, I think it sounds still pretty good. You know, pretty faithful, like, but it's like, you know, limited instrumentation, as well as a much lower quality bit rate.
It's about as chunky as you'd expect out of like the N64, but like it's still like just the music itself in this game I think is really solid.
This is one of the few enemies that actually poses a significant threat because they cast a spell and it does so much fucking damage. It is much better to just walk through them and take the iframes.
It's actually, yeah, that's actually something that'll come up. I'm gonna come back to that room and like set myself up in a way where like whenever you take damage, you'll have like a little bit of iframes. So we kind of just use that as a way to like not take big damage when they like cast a spell that it would probably do like half of the health that I have at this point, which is like a lot when you consider that like I might miss this cycle. I barely didn't because I'm fantastic at video games.
This section in particular is a little frustrating to watch because, like, as a completionist, you know, you want to get every single thing and whatnot. But you just leave. You just go, fuck it. All those dots, we're leaving them back.
Which is funny because, like, this is the first level in the game that we're actually able to send.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's really weird because like this game lays itself out in a way where it's like, I don't know why the two keys are like right next to each other, but like you need a key and then you need to come back here, which is like, I don't think the game like explores the concept of like you grab a key and then go back earlier in the level too much. I can think of like one or two other examples where that's not just like the way that the level is built. Around that entire idea.
There's a surprising lack of backtracking outside if you know what you're doing. One of the main issues I have with this game is that Mesmeralda boxes do exist and oftentimes have, you know, stuff that is needed to fully complete a level behind them. I'll point them out again and give a more thorough and proper explanation when we pass one because we were supposed to explain them last one, but then Alex just went through because he does not want me to finish my joke and he hates me.
It wasn't even on purpose that I couldn't that time. It was you started talking about like, oh, optimization of dot path, and I'm like, wait, this is a cool chance to explain something. I'm trying to think of the next point in time where like we walked near one. But yeah, that's like a good like segue into like.
Chat, is that a peach?
For the N64,
an orange, a mango? What is that, chat?
This is an open question, honestly. I feel like I've speedrun this game too long to not be certain about what this fruit is.
My favorite fruit is the pretzel.
It's a very nutritious fruit. We're gonna grab it in a minute here.
Mmm, pretzels. I like when they grow off of vines, you know, very fresh.
The key is also pretty delicious.
Yeah. So
yeah,
that was not
I wasn't
intentional.
supposed to do that. That's fine.
So we're gonna look at Alex, point at him, and left.
That was actually a setup. It has a very specific purpose of making me lose 10 seconds. It was probably like 5.
Point at them, left. Make fun
like
of them
3.
for making mistakes on the internet. Never let them live it down.
It's gonna follow me for the rest of my life.
Come on, Chad. It'll be funny.
So to get into like the version differences, that the PlayStation version, in terms of content, it's mostly the same as this. There's like a few like minor differences that play like a role in the run. There's like a level later where you have to collect like a certain amount of dots during a bonus level, which is a thing that exists in this game. they have varying degrees of quality. Where for the PlayStation version, you have to collect 20 extra dots compared to like any other version of the game that features that level for whatever reason.
It kind of feels like the PlayStation version was maybe made first, and they made corrections to the Dreamcast version. But that's just a theory.
That does kind of make sense.
A game theory.
A maze theory. A game theory. Anyways, when you're playing, even if you're playing on like a PS2 with like fast disk loading speeds as well, you still will just get like, I think it's like every loading screen is about 3 seconds longer if you're playing on PlayStation. So for that reason alone, like through the course of an any % run, playing on Dreamcast will save you like 2 minutes or so.
I really feel like the category should be split on that, because currently PS1 and Dreamcast share a category, but they probably should be split for posterity's sake. Moving on to the N64 version, you get less levels. I got a text message.
There's two bonus levels that are in the PlayStation and Dreamcast versions of the game. They are not in the N64 or Game Boy Advance versions of the game. And there's also like a bunch of levels towards the end of the game that are featured in PlayStation and Dreamcast, but not N64.
The golden heart there fully restores your health and increases your life bar. It's not needed for hundo of this run, but I thought I'd mention that real quick while we passed by one.
Yeah, it's a collectible, but it's not required for 100%.
Which, like, I don't know, I feel like there needs to be an additional category.
Like a max % for this game kind of thing.
I forget all the category names that I suggested, but I like to suggest category names and add % at the end just to piss off Alex, because gaslighting and rage baiting your friends is the most fun a girl can have.
If that's not how you're spending your time, like, I don't know, you gotta find the right friend group.
Like, if you're not yelling at each other, like, is it friendship?
If you're not rage baiting someone by adding % at the end, then you're the rage bait-y, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah. You end up learning new rage bait strats, such as like accusing the other person of rage baiting, as well as saying that they're LARPing. Strawberry. I'm looking at the stream and I'm super behind because I'm like, wait a second. I keep doing that. I end up looking at stream instead of Discord stream. Can convert rage baiting is valid love language, yeah. So is calling
We're still friends after all this time, so like,
yeah.
Clearly there's some truth to that.
Possibly not after this. Possibly not after this. I might say things like and upset them. They might fly off the handle. They literally have nephews and nieces and they get upset at being called unk.
No, I think I'm starting to accept it, because if playing a this game's like 25 years old or something at this point, I feel like I have to like accept that is uncoded behavior and like what that says about me.
I like calling some of my friends Oji-san just because it pisses them off and makes me feel younger. Because there's nothing that makes you feel younger than calling other people old.
You can't lower your own age, so you have to raise everyone else's.
You gotta make it like everyone feel worse, you know, you gotta bring them down. It helps. Smiley face. I feel like I should add an asterisk to all these things, such as, hey, don't actually do this, please. These puzzles are really cool. So I feel like Miss Pac-Man has a good pacing because almost every level kind of does something new and different. And like the game for the most part doesn't overstay its welcome. It gets a little tiresome after the first boss, in my opinion. But generally speaking, I think it's a pretty well-paced game with lots of clever little puzzle mechanics.
Yeah, I'd say casually speaking, like, The thing that I feel like kind of like brings this game down the most is if you go into it not knowing that you can't like beat levels 100% the first time for like, and you just like spend a bunch of time and then you just get like, hey, I'm literally missing one dot, where did I miss it? And you play the levels like a second time and you don't know about the idea of like, oh yeah, Mesmeralda doors will like block off you being able to collect the single dot that's behind there.
There's one in this level, right? Did we already pass it? I'm pretty sure we did.
No.
Oh, we didn't?
No, we get everything in this level.
Oh, okay.
I don't walk near it in the next... Wait, no, I do everything in the next level as well.
Okay. I'm so mad. My joke's not going to be as funny anymore, because everyone knows it's going to be a joke and not serious. How dare you?
Do you want to talk about the cool thing about this time trial?
No.
To make up for it? Okay.
You talk about it.
Then.
I'm
Okay.
going to talk about everything.
You know, it's probably...
Anyways. God. I don't even care.
Well, I feel like you do, because you wouldn't have said it in that tone otherwise.
Yeah, you're right. Fuck you.
So this timepiece here, if you walk far away enough from items in this game, they'll respawn. Getting hit there isn't too big of a concern. There's actually a specific setup that you can do. It works best on the N64 version. You can actually just walk far away enough from that timepiece, respawn it, and then collect it again before 10 seconds have passed. And you can infinitely increase the amount of time that you have to like whatever arbitrary amount that you want.
I believe I ended up helping... Oh, go ahead.
I considered setting up like a thing on my N64 for that. Oh yeah, this is also a level of all time.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
This is incredibly loud. The sound from the motors is playing every frame. Because I'm feeling nice, we're gonna not listen to that though.
Oh, we don't get to hear the motorboating. That's so sad.
I don't know. Maybe people donate enough or something.
Chat, if you want to hear some motorboating
I'm not
live on stream.
gonna. No, I'm not gonna say that.
$19.67.
I'm not making. I'm taking that back.
$19.67. Bully Alex. Make them do things for money. Make them live the life of a wage cuck.
I have been playing this level with the sound for a very long time. I feel like I am not the one that's like losing out from having to play this level with the sound on.
Yeah, you're making
it does make it a little
audience miss out on the true 100% experience of Miss Pac-Man Maze Madness. Not only because you're playing any percent, but because you're choosing to mute the motorboating. You silence this level and do not allow it to be free, and I don't appreciate that about you. I am genuinely upset. I am putting you in the call-out post.
You're calling me out on your twitter.com?
I don't have one of those anymore.
You're calling me out on your bluesky.com?
Yes, I'm going to skeet about you and put you in a Google document. I actually have Alex in a Google document. We have a document that details how many times I've beat him in speedrun games, because I am a much better gamer than him.
I'd say it's pretty close between the races that, you know, I won and the races that you've won, and there's also a handful of races in there that, like, you just made up, but you know who's counting.
Oh yeah, sure, I made them up. Yeah, 25-13. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'm just casually playing Parasite Eve, and then you decide, hey, what if I like got your save file, and then, you know, we just race this thing.
That we waste the warehouse. The one that you had much more. You had a significant advantage, and you're like, "Oh, I can't beat through this area." And I just do it like first try. Get good.
You played the game before. It wasn't even first try.
You were playing the game longer than me.
I won't accept that, Gaslight. Yeah, but you played the game before, so I feel like that qualifies as like experience in contributing to you being better at the thing that I was trying to do.
I think this is just an excuse.
I think it's a pretty reasonable excuse.
It's pretty insane, Cole. I would have expected better from you, but, you know, 13 wins
well,
to
clearly,
25 wins, so, like, yeah. It's okay, it's okay. I'll let you have the W on that one, because you so desperately need one.
No, I don't want the W on that one.
Okay, so then you can
I just want to point out that having it on there in the first place
shit on you. I win this argument. Fuck you.
No. What? You didn't make me change my stance on the matter at all.
It doesn't matter if you change your stance. What matters is if I win. That's how all healthy arguments should be approached.
You decided you won to begin with.
Well, yeah, I put in the effort to do it, and you even conceded.
That's not Bugs Bunny-esque, and I never conceded.
Yes, you did concede. Chat,
How so?
we literally have it on, like, replay. Chat, pull up the VOD.
What? I said I don't concede to be. I said I don't want to be counted as the winner. I never said that's what I wanted in the first place.
That is conceding.
That's not me conceding. That's me saying I think this should be considered a no contest.
Buddy.
No, I think everyone should be last.
Okay, yeah, that's what I said. If you're not first, you're last. And what are you? Last.
Yeah, but like you'd be last as well in that scenario that I'm in.
No, I'm already first. You cannot be like, oh, I'm gonna envision you as this. Oh, I'm going to depict you in my mind palace as the virgin and me as the child.
I'm not depicting us as different. I'm depicting it as I played a game for fun. You played a game for fun, and fun was had on both sides. But you know, I guess it's all about winning for you.
We are different and we are unique, and I celebrate us being different.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I was just, you know, chugging along playing my video games, and you know, you were like, I'm gonna make a competition of this to pad out my stats.
Pad out your. I don't think my stats need any more padding, because like, if we're really being honest, we're looking at this 13 to 25. You with 13 wins and me with 25 wins, which means that I am doing.
There's no way 13 to 25 is what you said earlier. I don't remember that being the number.
I will fucking post this link if I have permission. I will post this link if I have permission.
No, you know,
I will post this link if I have permission. The people, they need to see this. They need to see this.
No, I won't contest you on this. No, I'm not contesting you on this. No, don't. I'm conceding in this regard. You've done it.
Just like
you've
the
called my
many
bluff.
races that you lost.
I don't know. I feel like I've finished more races than you have. Like, I don't know what that says about you.
Okay, just because you finished more doesn't mean you were more successful.
I feel like I've succeeded in my mind.
And how many of these were, I'm gonna give Alex a free victory because they know how to play the game? There's Tarzan Untamed, first and foremost. There's Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. I was blind, you were not?
Did I not literally offer, yeah, Tarzan was pretty bullshit, maybe we should take that one off, and you were like, nah, it's fine.
You were begging to have that in there to pad out your numbers.
I was not. No, this is nah. I need receipts on this one.
Chat, pull up their bot. Let's see, Mort the Chicken.
You are putting the onus on everyone else.
Me. Crash Bandicoot, that one was a bit unfair. Mario Super Macross, me. Mario Super Macross again, me. You suggesting Heart Gold Soul Silver Voltorb Flip to 10,000 coins, me blind, never having played that before, and I still won is the crazy thing.
Wow, wow, you want a cookie? You won.
Yes, I want a cookie.
Game of luck.
You
won. Game of luck.
I love cookies.
I don't have that option available to me. I'm sorry to have offered to set you. I don't know. I was taking a poll.
I forgot that my neighbors are today.
There's a cool thing that I can't show off, and
are you okay? I'm like, yeah, no, and I forgot to tell you I'm gonna be loud.
There's a cool thing that I can't like prove works, or like I can't show it off or prove that it works.
I'll just trust.
But like,
you know,
there's
this very, very honest person that is very honest about their arguments and the games they have won and lost, with padded out numbers.
I'm honest, Abe, when it comes to Mazema. There's like a specific setup where you can avoid taking damage from one of those boulders that like crashes into you if you pause and then unpause. It like slightly changes the trajectory of the boulders in a way where like it's like a 1 frame window where like you barely don't dodge it to you barely do dodge it kind of thing.
Oh yeah, we should be talking about the
I think the game speaks for itself in all its majesty.
Did you do pause tracks here?
No.
Oh. Wrap it up. That was the entire point of the Cisnt run.
You'd know that if you were listening, because I just said, like, I wasn't able to show it up.
I mean, I was watching the stream, but, you know, I was handling multiple things, such as, like, this documentation that proves that I am better than you.
I don't know, I feel like, you know, if you were here for me and, like, my speedrun marathon submission, then, you know, you'd be there for me in my time of need. And
your marathon speedrun? This is like, not your marathon, this is Cisnt, this is our
My marathon speedrun submission is what I was saying.
It's not all about you, alhexadecimal.
I'm not saying it's all about me.
It's all about
You're taking me out of context.
Stonewall Housing Charitable Foundation.
Where you can help out LGBTQIA plus people that are in troubled situations or facing homelessness. I think that's correct.
Thank you very much.
Godlike segue, honestly.
Genuinely speaking, like, kayfabe aside, I fucking love Alex so much because we just have an insane synergy with each other sometimes. Like, there was this joke, it wasn't that fucked up, but I'm not gonna bring it up on stream, but like, about, you know,
okay, I thought this was going somewhere else.
No. But like, I appreciate that I could just set shit up and then Alex just knows exactly what I'm going for usually.
Get you someone that you can tee up jokes with.
You gotta lay each other up, you know? That's the business. Shoutouts to being willing to gaslight your friends. I need to stream with GBB again so I can gaslight her more when we play Family Feud.
I run into that, like, caveman pack guy on purpose. That's just, like, the easiest way of making sure that, like, I don't push the ice block down to, like, block him off and prevent myself from being able to push the ice into the lava to make a platform, which is a mechanic that Professor Pack talked about in the last level. But, like, we kind of just, like, text mashed past and, like, ignored him entirely.
Old man was yapping. We don't care about that. We gotta save some frames. I wanted to point out that Miss Pac-Man is actually Miss Pac-Man instead of Mrs. Pac-Man, despite the fact she's married. This signifies that she serves. Shoutouts to Miss Pac-Man.
Shoutouts to Miss or Ms. I don't know.
It's Miss,
honestly,
not Ms. There is no Z. There is no Z.
She specifically refers to herself as Ms.
As
in
Miss.
the Pac-Man World 3 ending credits.
Okay.
Go ahead. Pull up the... Oh, the Mesmeralda door is there, by the way.
Oh yeah, so the Mesmeralda door,
screen.
it's like a big box that you can't get through. And what you need is the chastity key, and you get that after a certain level, after you like do the boss. The community is deigned to name it the chastity key because if you do not have that key, you cannot fully finish the game. So like,
and by the community, you specifically.
You end up collecting like the 4 gems of like virginity, and then you show up to her, and then you fight her, and then she ends up dropping the chastity key.
The gems of virtue.
Yeah, the gems of virginity.
We're saying different things.
We are saying, well, I am saying the correct thing. I don't know what you're saying. I guess you can view virginity as a virtue, but like, you know, I don't think it's necessarily a virtue.
That's
I think
not
that's just a choice, you know. Somebody's body, their choice.
You're setting up a dichotomy here that I don't know.
I think we need a better economy in America, so I appreciate you pointing out the fact that I am setting up a better economy because we deserve a better future for children, including trans people that are going through unstable housing situations in which you can donate to help them with the Stonewall Housing Charitable Foundation. I could not fucking say that with a straight face because I saw Alex smile. But you should totally donate to Stonewall Housing Charitable Foundation.
I don't know if it's a US-based thing.
I know, it's not.
Okay.
I've ruined your segue. Joke yet again. Sorry, I'm doing all the heavy lifting here. Yes, to housing.
You honestly are. I've just been like playing a video game, and you've just been like making me playing the video game look entertaining, which honestly, like,
Oh, that's just.
tall order. So I appreciate you for that.
You're intended to like go around and all that stuff, but like those last for a while. It's always sick to see that last one. I'm still looking at the stream, but instead of the actual like Discord thing, because I keep looking at chat, and I'm very good at this.
I didn't realize for the longest time that you could just like press the button and then use the same platforms that like you used to create the bridge in the first place to just go back.
It's just like the little things that
was-
need to get pointed out or you don't notice. Like when there was a 100% like playthrough of the first level, I pointed out, hey, why don't you just go this way instead of like going the roundabout way to drop off. And I think also the timepiece thing was discovered. The respawning timepiece thing was discovered because of me doing a playthrough of this game.
Oh yeah, that's true. You were doing a time trial of this level, and then like you came back to a room that you didn't need to, and the timepiece was there despite already collecting it. I'm like, I could use this.
I contribute so much to this fucking community, dude, and I get zero appreciation.
And I used it specifically to create evil in the world. If you'd like to see evidence of that, feel free to check out the Crystal Caves IL for this game on speedrun.com.
Yeah. So anyways, Pac-Man Harvard.
So I'm trying to hit like a specific cycle here where those like powder whatever things, they will blow up a TNT if their TNT is like directly on top of it. So I try to set myself up for a cycle where I can push the thing to the right and then push it back to the left. Like you would normally be intended to like respawn that TNT to get that strawberry, but we're quick and efficient gamers.
We pull off our inner Beyonce and go to the left.
And I'm gonna blow up this box through sheer will of power. I don't know why that works, and I wasn't the one to discover that, I'm not gonna lie. I saw that in an IL, and I'm like,
what do you mean
like,
you don't know how that works? It's very obvious how it works. The dude blows up, and you're acting like you don't know him.
I don't know why. I don't know why it works in that specific fashion. It doesn't really make sense, but that is a thing that you can utilize for, like...
Let it be known
I
that
think it's
Alex
like
will watch you literally blow up, and then he acts they don't know you. Like, it's fucked up. It's actually kind of problematic.
Even if that's, like, their main goal.
Yeah, it's their main goal, and you can't even acknowledge it. That's the mage, that's the mage. By the way, this level has, just like these series of levels has a lot of really neat strategies and little things that you could do. But it also has like some frustrating bullshit, which the black powder will be one of those frustrating bullshits later. Pretzel.
There's also another, like, issue casually with this game. This is, like, a thing that comes up with a good amount of levels. Is, like, you can get to, like, a point of no return where it's like, oh, I didn't realize I didn't collect everything, and you can't backtrack. You gotta, like, restart the level if you want to collect everything.
You can't reverse.
Fortunately, that's not a concern for someone like me who has dedicated themselves to memorizing a route and then...
Okay, brag some more. Act like a fucking world record speedrunner that has a time of 1 hour, 38 minutes, 25 seconds with an in-game time of 1 hour, 26 seconds. Pulled off 10 months ago on the platform Dreamcast. Yeah, sure. Whatever, dude.
I mean, if you insist.
So when are we getting the new Hundo routing?
I had something together for, like, the Hondo route for this game, which does some pretty cool stuff.
Such as?
There was, like, it collects everything, for one. And by everything, I mean it collects all the stars.
And not all the hearts, as the mage.
No, it doesn't collect all the hearts.
It should
If you
just be an
wanna
all-stars
get, like,
category, all-stars percent, you know?
If you want to, like, get into further detail about, like, there's also, this doesn't really do anything in terms of, like, game completion, but there are, like, scores that you can get where it's, like, you get a high enough score and, like, the game tells you, like, whoa, you are cool, new multiplayer map unlocked. And, like, that's not even, like, verbatim either. I'm pretty sure that's literally like one of the things that they'll tell you if you get a high enough score on a map.
You just literally said,
mostly just
I'm
for,
sure
like-
that's not verbatim. That is literally verbatim.
No, it's not verbatim. It is exactly what they say.
Yeah, that is... Are you gaslighting me?
Do I have the definition of verbatim wrong?
Verbatim means...
Okay, I'm
no,
not gaslighting
have it
you, though.
wrong. So yeah, you're gaslighting me. Verbatim means, you know, like...
I think gaslighting would require some deliberate action on my part.
You're deliberately conflating verbatim and saying the same things together as if it is incorrect. That is literally definition of verbatim. Verbatim is to repeat everything.
That wasn't what I was doing. It wasn't a deliberate
Chat, they're
action.
gaslighting.
I didn't realize that I had it wrong.
Well done.
Imagine trying to correct your actions and then you're just being told, nope, you're not allowed. Like, okay. I get it.
Yeah, no, maybe if you got it right the first time, instead of lying and spreading damaging untruths about the definition of verbatim on this stream that is supporting Stonewall Housing, a charitable foundation that helps trans people who are facing homelessness to find safe and secure housing, alhexadecimal of Wisconsin fame.
I mean, I'm not that famous.
Here you are. You're literally the world record holder of Miss Pac-Man Maze Madness and a world record holder in Barbie.
In a Barbie game.
In Barbie.
Just
A
Barbie.
singular Barbie. I have too much soda.
This is another level where we collect everything. You should have less soda in your
Chat, my ummy hurts. Please send help. You know what's the best way to help? By donating to Stonewall House Charity Foundation. Stonewall Housing is a charity that helps trans people who are facing homelessness to find safe and secure housing. It's also neat incentives. Make people do stuff in exchange for money.
Yeah, we got like the first couple of incentives met pretty quickly.
I keep saying dollars even though I'm seeing
Actually,
euro.
I think it's pound. I'm not sure actually.
They got rid of the pound, didn't they? Wasn't there that one movie where they were like, yeah, we're getting rid of the pound, and then we're all switching over to the euro?
That one movie?
Yeah, there was a movie about it where it was like, yeah, there was like this kid, and like they had like a bunch of money, and then it was like, yeah, they're switching over from like the pound to the euro, or a bunch of different things to the euro, or something.
I'm unfamiliar.
I'm probably coming off as ridiculously ignorant of currencies of the world, but it's okay, I'm an American, we're allowed to be ignorant. And get away with it.
That's a secret tech. If you're ever looking for the cherry for this level and you're like, I don't see it at all, it's a secret. You go downward on that, you go south on that trampoline.
I thought you were gonna say it's a secret tech. You can be ignorant if you're an American.
Extra bonus. They don't advertise that one. But
yeah,
like,
we don't get health insurance, but we're allowed to be
spread through
dumbasses and loud and rewarded for it.
Yeah, that one's spread through word of mouth.
Yeah. That one, like, for example, I get to be on the stream.
Alright, I'm gonna talk about the most important strat in this entire run. It's important because it looks really cool. The normal tech that you would do is just push that TNT and then just wait at the top half of the room. Instead, I'm gonna do this. This lets you kite the dragon all the way over there, and it saves a massive 1 second compared to just standing at the top of the room, and you lose a lot of time if you do it wrong, but I did it right, and it looked really cool.
That's like 60 whole frames. That's like about 1/3 of the mazes that are in Miss Pac-Man Maze Madness.
That's like 180.
Do you have the, so, alhexadecimal did a stream in which they tried to count the mazes in Maze Happy Mazemas, everyone. Watch Tokyo Godfathers. That movie fucks. Have you seen that movie, Alex?
I'm unfamiliar.
We need to watch it next Christmas. That movie is so fucking good. But yeah, they did it, but they did it incorrectly. So I, of course, being the all-knowing Mazma person, definitely, hashtag or trademark symbol or something, I went through and I also started counting the mazes, and then as a gift to Alex, I wanted to keep the notebook and then give it to them so that like when we met that they'd have that notebook, because we met through Mazma. So I thought it was a nice gift.
This is a bit of a bullshit section of the run where it's kind of just luck whether or not Sue will lay like all that powder down in a way where you're able to like actually blow up the like nitro blocks.
Do you note that that is Sue and not Clyde?
That's true, because we're playing Ms. Pac-Man.
Yeah, we're playing Miss
And
Pac-Man.
we're kind of just Ms. Pac-Man.
Miss Pac-Man?
I said Ms. Pac-Man.
MS, not MZ.
Ms. Pac-Man.
Oh, did you guys know that Miss and Miss are technically different? MISS is for those that identify as females that are under the age of 18 and are unmarried, whereas Miss MS period is supposed to be if you're older than 18 and or married. Ooh, bonus round. Do you want to explain the bullshit, or should I explain the bullshit? Because I remember running numbers for this bullshit, but...
I don't even remember talking about, like, the previous bonus stage, so I should probably talk about this one.
yeah, we'll make up for it.
So, it'll have, like, specific... Like, any spot that a boat is spawning, it'll have a 50-50 shot of containing dots, and you need 48 to be able to collect enough dots to, like, get the star for the level.
We have a hater in chat.
And then, like, in some spots that, like, the boats spawn, like, a rock will spawn instead. And the rocks will get more common throughout the level. And if you get too close to any of the boats or rocks, then the ghost will kind of just, like, jump at you and make a cool sound while doing it.
Yeah.
Every fourth boat will contain a fruit.
So the fun thing about this stage... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, the fun thing about this stage, there's not really any failsafe that prevents you from, like, just not spawning enough stuff to complete the stage with, like, everything that you need. Which is bad enough in this version, where you need 48 dots, but, like, in the PlayStation version, it's a lot more common for runs to die to this level specifically, because you need 68 dots instead, and... The level is, like, other than that, pretty much unchanged.
I did run the math on this, and I believe you have over a 75% chance to get both stars in this. So you don't necessarily, like, lose a run. Well, okay, so if you don't get the banana here, you lose the run. If you miss any of the fruits, you lose the run. But there's a very good chance that you're going to succeed. When it doesn't succeed, then shit, it sucks. Alex had a backup stage planned, which is why I hope that they failed this stage so that we can show off more Rizmo and argue.
I
and
actually
scream.
had one backup stage planned. If I, like, didn't get both dots and fruits, honestly, I was just gonna play the stage a second time, because the odds of me not getting both dots and fruits from this stage 2 times in a row would be, like... It would be a statistical anomaly, I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like I've had, like, maybe once or twice ever where I didn't get either dots or fruits on Dreamcast version of the game.
I thought you said you had like a backup for 1 star.
Yeah, 1 star.
Okay, but if you don't get both, you're just gonna do the level again. Understandable. Have a day.
Yeah, because I'd be missing 2 stars.
Yeah. What was the backup for the 1 star?
The boulder over time trial.
That one's a neat time trial. It's
I
pretty
was
fast.
doing that in... Yeah, that time trial used to be in the, any percent route. And then I realized, oh yeah, you can just do another time trial. But, like, it's the time trial for the last bonus level, which is arguably one of the more fucked up bonus levels in this game.
It's very fun and rewarding if you get it right, but it is pretty difficult. So, like, you don't have to do it if you don't want to, like, risk the safety of the run, but you're not going to be getting a world record run. It's a special
Yeah, it's
bonus
honestly
level.
a matter of, like...
Oh, go ahead.
It's honestly a matter of, like, this game is, like, malleable enough where, like, you can kind of just do, like, whatever time trials would work kind of thing. Because, like, the route did change a bit in terms of, like, what levels you do, in terms of, like, what level of comfort you have for, like, am I going to be able to, like, successfully do whatever time trials kind of thing.
It kind of has, like, a unique amount of flexibility. That said,
do you want to talk about the Mesmeralda door right there?
Heidi, do you want me to just do the whole spiel again?
You can do it again if you want.
I can't. I was thinking about Mario 64.
I saw it and thought about it.
I was thinking about Mario 64 and stuff because, like, I just recently played that and I just started thinking about, like, the flexibility of those routes. I tend to think in a way that is, like, word association. So if I see something, then I think of something, and then that's usually just a chain of thoughts from there. You know what? Instead of explaining the Mesmeralda door, because I don't remember how that whole spiel goes, I'll just tell you about my day. Today, I ended up driving, right? And I ended up accidentally cutting somebody off in traffic. And then we ended up meeting each other at the lights. And, you know, they rolled down their window and they yelled at me and they were like, "Hey, nice blinkers, buddy." And I was like, man, that's crazy. I didn't even know. I didn't even have them on. You know, I didn't even know I had them. So yeah, that was my day. What was yours, Alex?
I did mess that up a little bit, so I can't show off, like, the cool, like, strat that I had for, like, not taking damage there, but I might take an intentional death at a checkpoint just to kind of set myself up health-wise. There's a good amount of, like, damage boosting that you'll do in this game. It's more of, like, a resource than, like, it's like a resource of, like, you can, like, just take damage this many times before you die kind of thing. And I feel like stuff opens up a good amount if you think of it that way. Especially if you are collecting any of the, like, extra, like, golden hearts. We don't collect too many of them because you get to a point where it's not worth going far enough out of your way to get them if it's, like, just gonna save you health in, like, a couple sections of the game kind of thing.
This is a...
But the ones we do get definitely, like, carry their weight, though.
That is a funny room because, like, most people think, oh, I gotta hit all these switches. No, you just gotta hit the correct ones. And you just damage through things if you know what you're doing.
I kind of forget that that's, like, even the way that you're intended to play that stage. Because it's, like, there's, like, the, like, sparkler in front of the switch, and it's like, oh, I can't, like, operate that without taking damage. And it's just like, okay, cool, just take damage and then go to the next ring.
Yeah. This game just has a lot
There's,
of
like,
neat things like that.
There's a similar thing in the next level, actually.
Yeah.
A similar thing in Haunted Halloween where, like, you just take damage to things instead of, like, actually doing the puzzle.
This is one of the stages. There's, like, 2 stages where you end up getting forward after you take the Gem of Virginity. Like 2 or 3 stages?
Wait, what now?
Where you get bored. You enter a creature's mouth. Do I need to explain the concept of Vord to you?
I don't... No, I'm just trying to remember what the, like...
There's that, like, that skeleton, in the ice level. And then,
Okay.
letter... Well, no, you don't get the Gem of Virginity, you just enter a pumpkin's head. That's after you are intended to lose the Gems of Virginity.
Oh yeah, we can talk about losing the Gems of Virtue, too.
Yeah, we'll not see that, actually, later on. But we're gonna point out something, because you're intended to lose those. But in the any % route, due to something that alhexadecimal discovered, that's not...
By accident, mostly.
Yeah.
As, you know... It's like, sometimes it's, like, meticulous planning. Sometimes you just randomly hold down an input at a specific time that no one else happened to ever, and then you just discover a 70-second time save.
Yeah, it's just like childbirth, you know?
Yeah, it's just like childbirth.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, you make happy little accidents.
Yeah, that was the approach that I had.
Yeah. I'm glad we agree. This stage is always like scary with the health. Because it's like one false move and you're just screwed.
I've definitely died to that specific lightning bolt before.
Also, shout out to the fact that you don't even have to actually go into that little cubby hole to get that. This level has a lot of little weird and interesting quirks to it that you wouldn't notice unless you were like heavily paying attention to it.
Oh yeah, I could probably show off the mirror thing.
Yeah.
In this level.
There's also the fact that you actually had 2 red keys there, and you just saw like the 2 symbol there. It's no longer there. I know like these springs.
Yeah, we're
are
gonna
weird.
see that for the yellow key.
Yeah.
It's weird specifically on PlayStation because there's like a spring that just like lets you travel 3 tiles instead of 2 across, which is like, I think that's useful in any percent, and it's like, congrats, you saved like a couple tiles walked. Enjoy your slower time anyways because of the loading screens.
What about do the ILs for levels like include that, or all the ILs separate based on console?
I think it includes the loading screens.
Oh, that's fine.
I mean, they all operate off of like, if an IL includes the N64 version of the game, then it just uses the N64 version of the game. All right, so it's when I'm facing left, right?
Yes.
Where like the idle animation kind of, I didn't really show off Miss Pac-Man's idle animation much, and also it doesn't happen on that tile. I just realized.
Yeah, I was gonna say it happens on the sparkle one, which that one's also a glitch.
Yeah, it's weird because like it just sparkles here.
I know mirrors don't exist.
Am I
They don't
right?
really work in N64. So we're gonna show off the glitched version first instead of like the normal version, because why would we give you a frame of reference in the first place?
Does it not work?
It should.
She has 2 different idle animations. We want her to do the other one, where like the mirror just breaks. Am I on the right thing?
There's
Okay,
yeah.
here we go. Yeah.
Yeah, there it
Yeah,
is.
that's how mirrors work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is exactly how mirrors work.
Can you show off the normal idle animation?
I gotta catch a cycle here, and then I can probably just like do it there, unless it's like really slow.
I understand. I take buses. Buses in Milwaukee really do be showing up whenever they fucking feel like, and it's annoying as hell. They're just like, yeah,
I
this
think they
bus
should
that was
show up
supposed to
more
be
frequently.
here, we decided no. Fuck you.
I think they should show up more frequently, like every 21 frames or something.
Well done.
I love public transport. I just wish it was better. Could you show
Alright, then we have everything.
the idle animation?
The key to kind of, oh yeah, we can. I would have showed off the idle animation in like the place where you can like infinitely loop a dog if that worked in this version.
Yeah. Shoutouts to dogs.
Just showing off some. This is a cool idle animation. I think it's like the same thing that happens on the title screen.
It is. Just a little twirl.
Yeah, she kind of just spins around. It also kind of like offsets her angle kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird. There's like a little bit of like just weird stuff, but dark.
Like the game doesn't exactly operate on like a a tile system. There's like a few ways that you can mess with it.
Oh, I mentioned that the pack dot doors disappear. Also, the all the key doors except for the Esmeralda box ones, those also disappear. So like the red key, the yellow key, blue key, they don't really exist here. If you were to
Yeah, because that's the case, we can just walk directly to the end of level. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
if you were to consume an enemy, you gain some time, but because of the game, like the timer keeps going while like you pause after you eat them, so you usually get 1 second less than what is advertised. So if you eat an enemy that is like that gives you like 3 seconds, you actually just get 2 seconds. This one's the fun fucked up level that we do, that Alex does a time trial in. It is really
Genuinely,
intense.
probably one of the worst levels in the game, but it's fast.
That is such an insanely incorrect opinion that we're just gonna move on from this. You chose
I'd like
to route
to
it back
go
in.
for that. I would like you to.
Yeah, no, that's just a wrong opinion.
No, like I think that it's a bad level, but like.
Yeah, I
don't
know,
think that
your opinion
impacts
is
how,
incorrect.
Like,
It's okay to have incorrect opinions, but you know, they still are incorrect. need to be pointed out.
Okay, well then, help address that. Like,
No, it's not my responsibility to better you.
Well, I think it's your responsibility to defend your point. If you think that this is such a good level, then I don't know.
Well, I'm not defending a point.
That?
I'm just saying that your opinion is wrong.
Okay, well, that's your thought on the matter, and I think that's wrong.
Okay, cool.
But, you know, clearly you don't feel the need to defend that.
Well, yeah, because, you know, it's kind of self-evident.
I wouldn't say it is.
Okay, what would you like to explain?
Why you think that this is not a terrible level?
Well, I want you to explain why you think it is a terrible level, specifically while you're doing it, so that you could be distracted for it. Haha, this was all a setup. Get distracted. Do it under pressure.
An expert like me never makes a mistake.
Alright, chat, watch them make a mistake.
No. I'm gonna play it incredibly slow to compensate for the fact that I just said that.
Oh, wussing out! Chat, they're never gonna get a world record like this in this stream where they sat still to watch the idle animations. SMH, SMH.
I mean, I kind of like.
No
that
true
was kind of the
grind
idea
set.
to begin with. We can't all be heroes. We can't all set Super Metroid PDs during our marathon runs.
Yeah, like me, who's never really enjoyed Super Metroid. Chat,
So that's one of the quirks of this level.
So that's a mistake.
That's one of the quirks of this levels where like.
Alright,
Since it operates on like somewhat of a tile system, you can get yourself stuck in situations where like Ms. Pac-Man wants to walk to like a specific coordinate, but there's a block in the way, and like the conveyor belt wants to push the box in the opposite direction, so you just like get stuck there.
You also sometimes like get a weird situation where you're able to push these not TTs, these nitros. I like to think that
I wouldn't say push as much as like you kind of just like nudge past them in a way that like for whatever reason doesn't count as like attempting to push into them.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird. This game has some weird quirks, such as like the ability to fall off the stage at certain areas, which Alex can show off if they want to during the next level. Because that is the boss one, but I don't know if Alex really wants to do that because that's kind of a time sink. Mistake number 2! Can we get a third one?
Died to there. This is a this is a run killer. I feel like that kind of speaks for itself.
Yeah, only for people that are I don't even know where I was going with that.
No, God.
No, I just don't know. Mistake number 3, baby.
Genuinely thought I pressed up an extra time. I'm having my mistakes cataloged.
Everyone, remember to point and laugh at them.
The cool part about this is that this is actually pretty cool casually too. You don't lose a life if you lose a time trial, and the time trial is what I'm doing right now.
They're very generous, and I appreciate that. Like, though, in general, honestly, lives don't really make sense in this game, just because of how ridiculously generous it is. But also, like, in general, like, stuff like Mario 64, lives are just an arcade thing, so you don't really need them in something like Mario 64 or Ms. Pac-Man, Ms. Madness. Just losing all your lives makes you just waste time, you know? If it was like Castlevania, cool,
Yeah.
fine, whatever, I guess. Even then, like, if you have unlimited continues, then you just make limited lives really pointless. Unless you're, like, trying to set up a challenge run. But, like, this game is just so ridiculously generous with lives and health that it's like, what's the point? Outside of just wasting your time by being like, what's the game over screen even look like?
It just takes you back to the title screen, so it's game over.
It doesn't make fun of you, it doesn't have Mesmeralda going, haha, I win, fuck you.
No.
Damn.
I don't think... Yeah, it was rated E. They tried to include that, but they were like, hey, this is gonna be a deal breaker.
You get one fuck when you're, like, rated E.
Is that a thing that applied to video games at this time frame?
No, I made it up. It's called lying, Alex.
Oh, you used the misinformation technique.
Yes.
We're trying to hit a pretty specific cycle here where there's like
Why'd you hit
lightning on the right side
That's
of the
fucking
screen.
mean.
What?
Why would you hit it? Hitting people hurt. Hitting frames hurts. Hitting cycles hurts.
Well, I gotta go fast somehow.
Yeah, but you don't need to, like, you know, hurt the cycle.
Yeah, this, like, electric thing here, or not even that. The, like, electric thing that is, like, that's basically what's making the doors go down. And we're trying to hit, like, a specific time frame and collecting as many dots doing that while we can.
Did that fucker, the mother variety, just disappear? Did they? I'm asking you.
Enemies will... I don't know which one. There's a lot of fuckers of the mother variety.
The second Dracula.
No, I thought I... Oh, no, yeah, I took damage to him, but yeah, you can just, like, unload enemies if you, like, walk outside of, like, the room that they're native to in some cases.
Understandable. That is why.
I don't know if that's the case with ghosts. It might specifically not apply to ghosts. I don't know.
Are they coming back?
Something I should know about.
Are they doing the father special? Do they go get cigarettes and milk?
Yeah, we had to grab, we had to go to the store to grab 90 dots, and now we're coming home
Okay.
with the red key.
Alright, cool. Can you pick me up a soda on the way?
Will an extra health heart do?
No, that's not a soda.
Okay, well, I can't help you in this case, though.
Oh, I know you can glitch out this dude and make him do the Harlem Shake infinitely. I don't fully remember the tech for it, though.
It's really weird, and it's like a frame-perfect thing where you eat the, like, Frankenstein's monster dude on the last frame of the power pellet.
His name is Adam?
Like,
Read the book!
I might.
You won't!
I don't know, do you feel like it do you feel like it holds up?
Yeah!
Okay. All right, I'm adding that Mary Shelley to my reading list.
The reading list you're never gonna, like, you know, actually read anything off of. You know how many games you still need to play too?
Good.
I gotta force them to play video games. It's so fucked up.
Yeah, but like
they still haven't even finished Parasite Eve.
I played video games.
Wait, what?
That's a true statement. Anyways, we're now open to callers. We're getting one saying that y'all should donate to the Stonewall Housing Foundation that helps trans people facing homelessness.
What does it help them do, Alex?
Helps them find housing, I think.
What kind of housing?
Housing where they're not, like, facing, like, troubled situations, such as, like, not having a house.
This person did not read the script, chat. Chat, make fun of them. They're not prepared.
I did not.
That's the main. That's
The
the
script's
main.
right there in chat, too.
Yeah, it's right there. Stonewall Housing is a charity that
helps.
helps trans people who are facing homelessness to find safe and secure housing.
I'm sorry, which one of us is speedrunning right now?
I don't know.
It's me. The answer is me.
Is it you?
I'm speedrunning
I'm
right
sorry,
now.
I saw you make like 3 mistakes in that one level. It seemed like you were playing the game more casually.
Yeah, welcome to my Pac-Man Let's Play. I genuinely crashed out so hard one time in the middle of an attempt that I was just like, fuck this, and I relabeled my stream Ms. Pac-Man Let's Play. It was like, I was not in a good space.
That was an insane stream because like I was genuinely like worried about like you being like angry because like when Alex is angry, Alex is like angry. And there's like a few times where I'm like, oh, even I gotta like pull back and be like, hey, you good?
Alright, this is a cool room because that thing I talked about earlier, we're using that here to unload the vampire.
What do you mean unload the vampire? The vampire is dead. They died.
No, it came back. Yeah, I unloaded it, and then it reloaded back in, and that like reset its AI. As in, I have not been specified the vampire's pronouns.
Then use they, them. They're not an object. Those shoutouts to people that use
Okay, they're fucking dead because I don't value them and they waste my time.
That's so fucked up. You won't respect their pronouns just because you don't value them and they waste your time. Alex, we're canceling
Well, I don't
you.
know,
Get the
like...
fuck out of the stream.
Well,
I'm
what if that
taking
is the
over this
vampire's
now.
pronouns? I feel like you haven't bothered to ask that.
I just assumed they know until corrected. I've
Oh,
literally
no,
not had any issues.
I feel like I treat vampires incredibly well. Ignore the vampire that I just shot a missile at while they were off screen. They're probably fine, despite the death sound that happened.
I just kick down Alex's door, and then you just see me like take over the controller. No, better yet, you see that bookcase? I just fucking toss it to the side, and it reveals that I was behind there the entire fucking.
There's a cardboard cutout of a book the entire time. This is my favorite bit.
Shout out to the refrigerator. That wasn't a real refrigerator.
Shooting that vampire does lose a little bit of time, but like it is incredibly more consistent to do so.
That just reminded me.
And it's not that much of a time sink to do so.
It just reminded me of something really important. I have a burrito in the microwave. I have 2 of them.
Ooh, that sounds very important.
Do you want one?
What? I mean, yeah, but like I feel like that's not like a thing that's really gonna like be applicable to this situation.
We got. It's still important, isn't it? Remember to eat food, chat. It's really important. So is drinking water. Everybody, water up. Is there a hydration already in here?
I'm not sure actually.
There's the number 8. I'm gonna say that it's for hydrate. Chat, please hydrate.
I got water.
Is this the? Oh, this is the level.
Yeah, with the level where there's a pumpkin at the end.
Yeah. That reminds me. What's your favorite flavor of juice soup? Alex?
I'm sorry, you're cutting out.
No, I wasn't. You just chose not to answer.
No, I wasn't. It's crazy. I took damage an extra time because I was laughing too much. I'm too funny for my own good. No.
What do you mean I'm too funny? I was the one that said the joke. Fuck you. Anyway, what's your favorite flavor of juice soup?
I think apple juice would be my favorite flavor of juice.
Okay, so that's like your favorite flavor of juice, but what's like your favorite flavor of juice soup? That was the question.
I feel like I've elected to not engage with the concept of juice soup.
Okay, but like you did though.
And this is something
The
you're
other
like
day you were like,
fully
oh,
aware
apple
of.
cider. I just wanted to see what if you remember our conversation, and clearly you don't value this friendship enough to remember conversations that are important to me.
Oh no, I do. I just don't remember the stupid ones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess all the conversations we had together are just fucking stupid.
That's not what I said.
Well,
I just didn't remember that.
I even allowed you
a generalization
to,
of
instead
all
of
of our
using a
conversations.
glass, I let you use a plastic. You know, for juice soup.
That wasn't where I took issue. That was where I took issue
Why'd
in
you
the
make
first
a big
place.
deal about it? For reference chat.
I'm not making a big deal about.
For reference chat, juice
Yeah,
soup
go ahead.
is a bowl, and then you take a cup, you put the cup in the bowl, and it could be a glass cup. I allowed Alex to use a plastic cup because they use a plastic cup to drink from instead of a glass cup. Right? And then you fill it in. This motherfucker is like, oh, asking 18 different things like, oh, is it brown? Is this? And I'm like, okay, chill. We'll put cider in there. Because clearly you just want, like, fucking apple broth.
It's a cool strap, by the way.
Your brain did not interpret that as juice soup. I had a panic attack. Juice? I'm concerned. Don't think about it. You got it. Anyways, how do you feel about
This is a boss stage.
Oh yeah. Oh, do you know? Do you know the name of this level?
No, I can't say I do.
Oh, okay. Because I know it's named after, you know, like the monster here, but I just simply don't
Yeah.
remember.
I also can't recall the name of the monster here.
Yeah.
well, whatever the name of the monster is, that's Mesmeralda's pet, and we're kind of just like running away. And this would normally be like a pretty difficult level unless you just already know everywhere to go. If you want just like a quick little like cheat sheet, most of the time, like for like the bigger junctions of the level, the right path is the correct one to take.
Are they on the CD version? They're clearly on the label. Like you see this level or what's supposed to be representative of this level on the cover with Ms. Pac-Man like running away from whatever this creature's name is. They're like green. I think their name starts something like with a G or something. I don't know. I think it might like be like a Pac-Man pun, like about eating or something. I don't.
So we're gonna do a. This is gonna be a blink and you miss it moment.
Yeah.
By the way, so there's a second half of this fight where like you kind of it's like a boss fight where you shoot up Mesmeralda at a tower, but we're just gonna like walk out of bounds, and you know what? I don't feel like doing this boss, so we're just gonna not do it. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it today.
If you were able to see there, we actually did not lose the Gems of Virginity. We managed to keep the star from there, as well as the gem, but we did not get the key, since we don't need the chastity key anyways to do any percent.
Yeah. So this is the 70-second time save that was alluded to earlier, and partially the reason that it wasn't known about for a very long time. This, I believe, is a Dreamcast specific thing where you can just collect the star at the end of that chase segment, and it will count as you getting the star for that level. And that's the only thing that's really preventing you from being able to access the stages that come after. And that has a few weird effects. One of them being what Kami said, where like you don't have the like Gems of Virtue taken away from you. That is a trigger that's based on a cutscene that plays after you beat that stage where you like shoot missiles at Mesmeralda in like the higher and lower windows kind of thing. Another weird side effect is that
Oh, by the way, they just fell off
beating that
stage.
boss. I teleported off stage, actually. It's a different thing.
Okay, whatever.
I don't know why that teleport works, but it just does. I don't know. Don't ask questions.
Death Path and Mario Maker.
The Mario Maker Death Path. It also prevents you from getting Mesmeralda's key, because after that boss fight, you normally will get like Mesmeralda's key, and that's like the thing that lets you go to the like secret areas that like otherwise prevent you from being able to complete levels.
How many times are we going to be explaining Mesmeralda's box on this stream?
I don't think it has too much relevance.
It doesn't have that much relevance, but we've
I don't think
talked about her box like 4 times.
I don't know, it's a pretty critical box for like understanding how this game operates from like a casual perspective, as well as like
Oh, this box that we do not interact with at all.
The speedrun.
And was this the?
I mean,
was this the area?
I mean, if we were playing Hondo, it'd be a different story.
Was this the area where I was like, "Hey, fun fact, did you know that this?" No, it's not this one. It's not this one.
It's like the last one. It happens after the like really long TNT timer with the apple.
Yeah. Every time I think apple, I think bottom.
And every time I think bottom, I think jeans.
Every time I think about jeans, I think about boots with the fur. Do you think they were talking about Miss Pac-Man when they were talking about like the whole club looking at her?
Did you hear about like the canceled like PS2 game?
Where is this bit leading? Just tell me.
Pac-Man?
Just tell me where this bit is leading. It's gonna be stupid. I love this already.
No, like you know the DDR Mario mix.
Oh, we could have had surprise Miss Pac-Man pussy attack.
Yeah, like you
this
know
from
she was hitting the floor.
Damn.
You know, and next thing you know.
Did she get low?
Yeah. They couldn't figure out how to make baggy sweatpants work though.
Oh.
And the Reebok sponsorship, they weren't about it. So it kind of fell apart when they weren't able to like get all that to line up.
What a beautiful bit.
This level has an interesting section coming up. To kind of explain like the premise of like all these levels, every level that comes after that like first boss fight, there's gonna be another one after. But all of the levels that come after are like the bonus levels where it revisits all of the unique level themes, and this is the revisit to the Cleopatra level theme.
I kind of wish though
And-
that like, okay, so like this game kind of has a structure of like, you know, you have a few levels and then you have a mini, like a bonus stage. It doesn't do that for the first level, and it doesn't do that for this section of levels. So you get like a bonus for the ice zone, the Pac-Man Harbor zone, and the spooky Halloween zone. So I feel like if they ever remaster this game, they should do that, as well as that would be useful to contributing to more mazes, so that we can definitely get over 180 mazes.
Oh yeah, that's another thing that we can talk about. So
Yeah, we tried talking
in
about
any of the
that.
advertising for.
No, go ahead, sir.
I mean, we've been interrupting each other all marathon. I feel like that just comes to territory whenever like you get the two of us in a room at this point.
Yeah. I have ADHD. Oh, this is the
I might also, but I don't know. I'm not diagnosed, but like
No, wait, this isn't the... Is this one? No, it's after this.
it's the one after this.
Okay.
180 mazes. That's like pretty prominently featured in like.
Oh my god, they're fucking hitting the gritty with each other.
Anubis orgy. What?
This is the maze where I was like, I looked at it and I was like, oh hey, did you know that this is a reference to the like first Pac-Man maze thing? And then I looked at it more and I was like, no. And then Alex argued with me with their whole fucking pussy that like I was lying about them. I was lying about it not being a real thing. Like I was like, oh yeah, this is the thing. And then they're like, oh no, that can't be made up. Like when I accidentally made up and I told a lie. How the fuck can you go and be like, oh yeah, this thing that you said that wasn't true? Yeah, it's true. I made up the lie. On accident.
You gotta be more responsible about the lies that you tell, even if you don't do it on purpose.
Okay, how can I take responsibility? Tell me how to lie more
I'm not
honestly.
sure. I'll have to get. Yeah, that's a conundrum I've set up there.
Yeah,
I'm not
solid.
really sure that's a thing that could be done.
Take more responsibility in telling people to be better by instructing them how to be better when they ask for constructive criticism. Alhexadecimal. So anyways, boulder over.
Alright, now we're doing the Crystal Caves theme revisit.
I like Crystal Caves a lot.
And the reason that we needed as many stars as we do for the run, these levels are gated by like, oh, you need 20 stars in order to be able to access Sandwich was the name of the previous levels. You need 30 stars to access Boulder Over, which is the name of this level. I bet you're gonna be really shocked when I tell you the star requirements for the next two levels of the game.
I don't know what they are.
I mean, you could probably infer.
I don't. Do you want me to do math? What's wrong with you? Friends don't make friends do math.
Would you like me to repeat the relevant figures?
No, I want you to tell me the answer. Why would I want to do the work myself when I can just tell you to do it for me?
Okay, well, the next one is, in order to revisit the Pac-Man Harbor revisit, you need to collect 40 stars. And then the Haunted Halloween revisit requires you to collect 50 stars.
Mm-hmm.
And then the boss after that doesn't have a hard star requirement.
Why not?
So
Did I forget?
I don't know. I didn't make the game. How
Why
would
didn't you make the game? Alex, why didn't you make this guy? This game.
because I was like 3.
And?
I can't be making. I wasn't hustling like that back then.
Oh
My
my
bad.
god, man, get on that grind set. Be better. Were you fucking 3 when it came out? When did it came out? Miss Pac-Man. Maze Madness.
I don't know. It was being developed in that time frame.
It's 2000.
Yeah, I would have been 3.
Chat, they're 29.
Birthday to me.
Hella unk status.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
This came
That's
out
not even true.
in 2000, correct?
Yeah.
Oh wait, your birthday didn't happen yet. Chat, they're 28.
No.
Make fun of them.
Wait, I am gonna be 29. That's how you know I'm not lying about it, because like I have to think about it.
I did quick math.
Damn, you're right. This is the consequences of doing math on stream. I didn't realize what I was putting you through. My
I'm a
bad.
bad friend. I didn't remember your birthday not happening yet. What's fucked up is that there's a birthday stream of Alex where they agreed to something heinous.
Oh, I didn't agree to it. I just decided fully of my own. Oh wait, no, wait, never mind. I was thinking of April Fools.
Of April Fools?
Yeah, I was thinking of the Pikmin. I was thinking of Pikmin 2 stream.
Oh, that was such a shame. That's bullshit. Like, so Alex was doing like a low percent run of that. If you want to explain that, because you know we should definitely be explaining other games instead of this game.
Yeah, so I was playing Pikmin 2, and a thing that you can apparently do with that game is there's a. If you're familiar with the game, it's like, oh, you gotta pay the like 10,000 Poco debt by like collecting a bunch of treasures that are like actually valuable, and low percent consists of just saying, nah, I'm not gonna do that, and just like
Oh, that was a 6.
collecting dwarf snowy bulb orbs that are each valued at 2 instead, which is like an incredibly inefficient way of doing it and takes roughly a real life day in order to be able to complete the category. And OBS crashed on me halfway through it.
Yeah, like the whole computer crashed, didn't it?
No, it was just like OBS.
Oh, okay. So like all that work was
It
gone.
might have been like a what? All right.
I'm looking at the stream, so we'll just see what happens there.
I was pressing up on the. That's never happened before.
Oh gosh, yeah, no. Because Miss Pac-Man can't move like at an angle like that, unlike Ghosts can.
I got caught on the corner.
Dude, like so many things.
Somehow.
Before we started stream, with the slip sliding away level, that plays that noise all the time. When we were when Alex was trying to test that, it just wasn't doing the glitch thing, and Alex had to like, reset their console. So they had to like unfix the fix.
That admittedly has happened before, though. It's just incredibly rare.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, fuck. I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyways, what's your opinion? Okay, so actually, hold on. Imagine a scenario, right? Where you go to a cheese pizza shop.
I feel like
right?
I'm gonna regret doing so, but okay.
Okay, so we're
yeah,
gonna...
I already wrote it.
You already regret it. Alright, that's fair. We had this discussion yesterday. But you're going to a cheese pizza shop, right? And then you ask them for like a cheese pizza with extra cheese, right? And then you ask them to hold the tomato sauce, right? And then you ask them to hold the crust, right? What would you do if they just gave you a pizza like with nothing? What would you do if they just gave you mozzarella sticks instead of what you ordered?
I feel like I'd be in a like commercial in the 80s if they did that.
Yeah, it'd be fucked up, wouldn't it?
I feel like I'd start speaking like French despite it being an Italian like cuisine place.
Italian?
Like pizza.
Italian.
Italian.
Italian?
Italian.
Is that like Italian but slanted?
Italian?
It's Italian, yeah.
Instead of
It's not italics.
Okay, Italian. Okay, I didn't realize that I was like pronouncing it weirdly.
We're learning how to pronounce things
You're
today
always-
on this stream. From this
You're always doing
to
this. You're
Italian.
always telling me I'm pronouncing words incorrectly and probably being correct about it.
Well, yeah, why would it be incorrect about Italian? Alex trying to hold in the anger. So yeah, you have anything to say about this level?
So we set up this TNT down here because like we need that out of the way in order to be able to push the crate. I was supposed to push that box earlier, or that TNT earlier, but I didn't because I was too busy seeing red from the... I almost didn't notice it, too.
I was gonna say something about it, but I'm like, I wonder if they're gonna notice. I'm not gonna say anything about it, because, like, this area has, like, some, like, interesting insect stuff that goes towards it.
Yeah. This is a particularly, like, important TNT, which is why I'm gonna ignore it for 4 seconds. And I'm gonna barely move out of the way. That's like a pretty tight cycle, but like I feel like we're pretty good about like getting out of the way of that just in time.
I like this little thing where you just fire off like rockets for no reason.
If you like zoom out the camera, they kind of just like stay in midair for a while, but yeah, this game like does a good job of like making areas look cool. I feel like, especially in the Dreamcast version.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month.
Also, speaking of zooming in, zooming out, the N64 version of this game is extremely zoomed in. Even if you try to zoom out,
Oh
like,
yeah, I
all
never
the way.
even thought to talk about that. Yeah, that's another like weird difference. There's a lot of like weird differences like between different versions of like this game. You just arbitrarily walk faster relative to like the other games if you're playing N64. The room that had the apple in it in Sandwich, that TNT timer there is just like 3 seconds shorter on PlayStation. And it's strict to the point that I'm pretty sure you have to like play that room perfectly in order to get the apple, or it's just straight up impossible to get.
Apples are yummy. That makes me kind of hungry. You know what I want?
You can like
Go ahead.
You can like infinitely respawn that as long as you don't die to the TNT.
The apple?
But no, the like TNT that lets you like blow up the wall to get the apple.
Oh, okay.
But it is like, even from a casual standpoint, if like you're playing the PlayStation version of this game, it is arguably harder than like figuring out how to do any of the time trials, to be honest.
Honestly, like the PlayStation version is fucked up. So like, for example, that really long TNT in Sandwich, that gives you like 2 seconds at the end of the Dreamcast version. It's like missing like 3 seconds on the PlayStation 1 version, and because of that, doing it is actually much slower because you have to set it up a completely different way. It's really annoying.
Yeah, like for Dreamcast, you're able to like set up the enemy in a way where like you're gonna like eat it during the thing and like not have to worry about it after. But like if you were doing it on PlayStation, there's like enough minute differences that like you can kind of cheat off of like the homework for like one version of this game and have it carry over to another, but you're inevitably gonna come across like a lot of like differences. Actually, a pretty good example of that is like the very first level, actually, if you're doing like the time trial for that. There's like the gate that lowers and then you go past the centipede. If you just like hold forward there, then you won't run into that centipede, but that's not the case specifically if you're playing the PlayStation version of the game. I didn't move that block.
So TLDR, if you want to play Ms. Pac-Man Maze Madness, either play the GBA version, that's the best version, the N64 version, that's the second best version, or Dreamcast, because that's the third best version if you want to legally acquire and play this game via something like an emulator. Go Dreamcast.
I would never.
Never illegally download music, by the way, chat.
Pay for music, never illegally download.
Someone sees me playing a fucking emulator they can't download and go, "Bang!" I forget how that entire video goes. It's a classic. I keep getting suggested those like weird high school PSA videos, and they're always a good time.
This is actually a pretty like tricky section of the run because you're trying to not die and you don't really get you don't really get like a checkpoint for the entirety of this section.
Guess who just...
If you die, it's like whatever, but like you can pretty feasibly do it without dying and not having to like words. Yeah, you can pretty feasibly do it like with the amount of health that you normally have coming into it.
This stuff...
But it can definitely be pretty tricky.
This level is definitely kind of like one of the harder levels just because of the length. And like the navigation for it is weird. You could just simply go the wrong path in time trial in this, and then it's like, cool, guess I just wasted like 3 minutes of my life. Well done.
The dragon's fire, I think, does the most damage out of anything in this game that does not outright kill you.
Yes.
To the point that I thought for a really long time that it did outright kill you.
Yeah, because you need the golden hearts to even survive an attack.
I think that the like damage that like you take in time trial kind of like gives insight to that, where it'll like the amount of time that you'll lose in time trial will be like proportional to the amount of health that you'll lose, or the amount of time that you'll lose in a time trial is proportional to the amount of damage that you would take if you were playing the quest version of the level. And if I remember right, the Dragon's Fire just does 100 damage, or does 100 seconds worth of time loss.
Yeah, it's really insane.
So it's like basically unrecoverable.
It's just like really wild because like I get it because like the idea is you don't have health, so like, you know, and also you don't get iframes during time trials. So if you take damage and take damage again, congrats, you just lost a bunch of time. The idea is that you don't have health, but you lose time, which is pretty unique. The problem is that it's not necessarily scaled really well, because you could definitely survive that Dragon's Fire, but like, you know, the minus 100 is just that time trial's over.
Yeah, might as well be at that point. Like, you can maybe learn how to, like, do other stuff, but...
This song is another banger. This game just has a litany of bangers. I'm kinda hungry.
Yeah, definitely recommend listening to this game's soundtrack.
I kinda want a hot burger.
The credits theme for this game, like, half goes unused, because, like, you can access it from, like, the menu to, like, just do, like, play whatever song you want, which I think is, like, a reward for, like, hundoing this game or something.
Yeah. I remember you, like, hearing a song and going, what the fuck? Where does this song play? Because it just doesn't.
Yeah, it's just, like, part of the soundtrack, and it's titled Wind Song if you play it in-game, but it goes unused other than, like, accessing it specifically from there.
I remember you for a while would just use that as your intro music when setting up Pac-Man Maze Madness. Miss Pac-Man Maze Madness, there we go.
Because we gotta get ourselves in the win mentality, I think is what I said about that.
Alright. I believe you.
And
this is definitely not a lie.
I think we're winners.
This is just rewriting history.
I think
well, I think you're a winner, but I think your previous claim is definitely not rewriting history.
Well, I'm not trying to rewrite history.
Yeah, that's all I said. It's not rewriting history. You know, I think you're telling the truth, is what I'm saying.
Okay, well, I feel like you're reinforcing this to the point that, like, you don't genuinely think that that is the case.
But what would make you think that? Haven't you heard about, like, route learning? Where you just repeat stuff over and over again? Route memorization, I think it's called.
There's a lot of route memorization in this game.
Can you memorize
That's like
some
a
routes
lot
for
of
me
what
right
running
now?
this game is. Like, you kind of just memorize, like, a lot of what to do.
There is a lot of muscle memory, which is pretty unique. I think this is just like a fairly unique speedrun.
It honestly is, because, like, I feel like there's definitely, like, been a lot of room in me learning this game to kind of, like, put my, like, routing muscles to the test. I feel like this is, like, the kind of speed game that if you enjoy routing stuff, that's not a thing that everyone does enjoy, but if you do, it's definitely the kind of thing that you can enjoy, like, seeing, like, strategies come to fruition. There is definitely a lot of, like, stuff for 100% that, like, took a bit to kind of figure out and put into place, but
It's a little
eventually
bit like rough going between 80% and 100%, just because like to go fast, you're just building that muscle memory to the point where you're just not really thinking about it. But then 100% is like, oh, I gotta do this instead, or 80% is like, oh, I gotta do this instead. Like that room there is weird.
That's true. I don't like to run both at the same time because like you're doing different routes depending on like what category you're doing, kind of thing, and it could be. Don't want to get like crossed wires on that. Because there's like an interesting case for like the second level in the game. You can collect all dots there, but you actually don't want to do that
Hey,
if
Alex.
you're doing hundo, because there is
no, go ahead.
what's up? Because there's a fruit that you can collect there, but that's behind a dot door. So it doesn't make sense to collect any more dots than necessary if you want to collect dots later on for like that level.
Can you collect that golden heart banana at the end of the level?
You know what? Sure, I'll do that just for you. It's also probably worth noting this is the second to last level.
I love bananas, despite the fact that I'm allergic to them. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, wait.
Oh wait, I
forgot
actually
about
can't
that.
collect
Crap.
it.
banana.
Okay. Well, oops.
I'll take back my her. I say dough instead. Oh hey, I can get Taco Bell. What was this level called? I think it's called Mesmeralda. The first level.
Yeah, this
The
level
first-
is called Mesmeralda. I don't remember the. I don't
Yeah,
remember the. name
Alex
of the
used to
first
know, and they
level.
had it on their splits, but like, you know, I made a joke about it once, and then they got angry about it, but I don't really remember what it's called.
I think that is entirely
Are you sure
misrepresenting
about that?
history, but
Am I?
Pop
Am
off,
I?
I guess.
Am I?
yeah,
Am
I'm reasonably certain.
I? Am I?
Yeah.
Am I, Alex? Am I?
So for this section, this is pretty similar
Judge,
to
they're
the
dodging the
previous
question.
version, where like we were running a, where we were. I'm trying to.
Oh yeah,
explain this.
convenient excuse. Won't explain the level names, but
Because I
yeah.
conveniently forgot.
Rewriting history again. Oh god.
Yeah, for this section, we will actually be able to show off what a boss fight looks like in this game. And yeah, boss fight in the Ms. Pac-Man game. You know, just your usual stuff, you know, like collecting dots, eating fruits, collecting keys, killing vampires off screen, and like defeating witches. This is just, you know, normal Ms. Pac-Man stuff. You know?
Are we gonna play the end of the? Are we gonna play the ending cutscenes? Because I remember you were incorrect about them for the longest time.
I normally do, so yeah, we can play the ending cutscene. If you hold left going, Dreamcast specific glitch, if you will hold left going into that loading zone, then you'll just like walk out of bounds. You can do that in other directions as well, but left is the only useful direction because it doesn't even save that much time either. It just gets me like to the like button that I want to hit slightly faster. And the idea is that you want to get Mesmeralda to fire her spells at the towers, which Professor Pac says, but it's not that easily intelligible.
It's really dumb because like, or it's really weird because like, she just does this to herself. Chad, is she stupid?
Like, she literally moved into a tower that had like 6 beacons pointing directly at her. If she shot magic at it, it would like, it would roast her, and like, I don't know, that just seems like bad, like, realtor, like, business in my opinion, but yeah, that's just me.
This isn't really hard, it's just kind of tedious. Like, the other levels, like the time trials are just like, you know, a little race. Like the time trials are all like a little race. The regular levels are all like about figuring out puzzles pretty quickly. The boss is just kind of like, yeah, I guess you're just walking around, huh?
You know, it's kind of messed up because, like, you know, I kind of just destroyed the tower that she lives in. She's like homeless now.
If only there was a charity to donate to people that are facing housing insecurity.
I don't think they have that for like Ms. Pac-Man villains, but you know, you're in luck today actually, because they do have that
Real life
for
blood.
like trans people that are facing homelessness. And like you could donate to benefit that instead of witches. Timing ends at the
They never
experience.
gave her back.
And then I always have like a tradition of like watching this ending cutscene. This kind of fills you in on like the entire story. We're gonna learn what happened to the princess that... They mentioned a princess at the beginning of the game. And like we kind of just never brought it up because it
Yeah, we never really
is
played the
relevant.
intro cutscene, which is loud as fuck.
I don't remember it being that
In
loud.
Pac World is how it starts. Hello? Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I did, my
I
bad.
never meant to hurt anyone.
I forgot to
was
call that
a
out in
bad,
advance.
Evil witch.
My bad.
You broke the spell and saved me. Thank you.
What was she saying? Like, an evil spell was cast on her by a witch, and
Okay,
she
because
broke
like
the spell.
originally, I remember you having an issue with the ending because you were like, "Oh yeah, she's the witch," but she cast the spell on herself. I think that was like your thing until like I pointed out, yeah, no, that's
That
a
was-
different witch casted a spell on her. She wasn't the witch that cast the spell on herself.
Counter. Okay, counter argument to that. I don't think it would make a lot of sense from a narrative perspective for the game to say like, oh yeah, there was this entire other witch that we were talking
Counterpoint.
about.
What is
That,
that
like,
name of
cast a
that
spell.
SNES Pac-Man game where you torture him? There's an SNES Pac-Man
What?
game where you torture him. Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures. There's a witch in that. That could have been the witch that cast the spell and caused her to be a witch. The princess to be a witch.
I
I
feel like
did.
you might have pointed this out before,
you simply did
I'll
not remember.
concede to that point. But yeah, we still have all the gems of virtue. Oh wait, I should have.
Oh, wait, can you go backwards?
Saved and
Can you go back a few levels?
It'll-
Yeah, wait.
Can I go back? What do you
Wait,
mean?
slower. A few more?
Yeah, which one?
No, it's a few forward, actually. To the right, to the right. Oh, okay, that level.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Is this
Yeah,
the,
that's
is this the level you were
name of
talking
the
about? Okay, yeah, we found out what we found
Yeah.
out what the name of this level is. All right, don't worry,
Yeah, it
guys.
was
We
very,
found
very
out the name of the
important.
level.
Very important. Oh, by the way, did you save the game? Because if you don't save the game and you do the credits, congratulations, it's gone. But also another neat thing about saving this game is the ending percent.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forget if I have a. Like ending. I'd probably have an ending file somewhere. But like every time you end an any percent run, boom, 69%. If that's not like evidence that this is like the greatest
That's
speed
the
game
world
ever.
record file, am I correct? Yes, I
Yeah.
know things. Imagine knowing things about your friend.
I think that does it for. Ms. Pac-Man.
Do you need
So-
us to stay alive and argue more until the next person is ready? We can do that. I love arguing with Alex.
I'm perfectly willing to yell at you.
We can talk
for
about
an
hot
extra 10
triggers.
minutes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm alhexadecimal. I do a bit of this game. I've been on a Barbie horse speedrunning kick as of late. That's what I've been up to.
I'm Kamigino. Sorry. I'm
turn.
Kamigino. I stream Retro Variety. I yell at Alex to do speed races with me or just play games blind or whatever. Shoutouts to Stonewall Housing. It is a charity that helps trans people who are facing homelessness to find safe and secure